to our program Political Arena, Monday's edition. I'm John Glover. I'll be your anchor to look at some salient issues. Very quickly, let me introduce my guest with me in the studio. I have Comr Tunde Okorodudu. Comr Tunde Okorodudu is a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Comrade, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
All right away, we're going to look at the Muslim ticket. That ticket, last Wednesday, the presidential candidate of your party, that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, unveiled his vice presidential candidate, and that is the person of former governor Kashim Shettima, who is also a Muslim. And so that leaves the party with a Muslim ticket in the presidency, and that generated a lot of controversy across the country, especially from the Christian dome. So let's quickly look at your reaction to that. Why will your party decided to pick a Muslim ticket?
Oh, well, thank you very much for that question. I think Nigerians should relax their mind. We are not running APC based on ethnicity or religion. The constitution is very clear about electoral process. Yes, we on a gentleman's agreement we can say Christian Muslim, Muslim Christian, or Christian Christian, or Muslim Muslim. If you look at the facts about Nigeria right from 1960, from our independence, we have not been worried about Christian or Muslim all the way to the military era. It was Muslim. Even Buhari, who is the current president, when he was a military head of state, he was a Muslim ticket for the chief of defense staff or chief of army staff then, Major General Tunde from Ilorin was a Muslim too. But they did pretty good for Nigeria. They started all this cleanliness and every end of the month cleanliness of the neighborhood, toilets, and no olden days way of disposing feces and stuff. They started it. It was a good program, and unfortunately it was short-lived. If they had really ruled for a while, maybe they would have made quite a few changes to really prepare us for true democracy, which we are about to start now. First of all, you have seen us as a victim. APC was like a victim, especially under the presidential aspiration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu have showed the whole world that it's not about Muslim or Christian. Tinubu's wife is a born Christian, half partly from the Niger Delta, and she's also a pastor of Redeemed Church. She's a senator, Oluremi Tinubu. There's a Bible and the Quran under the pillows of both of them as couple for over 30 years now. They've been together, and he didn't try to convert her to Muslim, neither she tried to convert him to Christian. They live in peace. Muslim and Christianity are very two good religion if you follow the doctrine. Even in the Quran, Muhammad's name was mentioned lesser time than Anabi Musa. Anabi Musa is the current name Jesus Christ. They recognize him very well in the Quran. Muhammad also appreciated Jesus Christ, and he told them not to be attacking Christianity, that it's all about freedom of choice. Nigeria is freedom of choice. We need a level playing field. Now, let's talk about winning elections. How do you win election? If you want to get the northern vote, we have a southern Christian, a southern Muslim, and then you pick another Christian from the north. Yes, the south, we don't really trip about religion, truly. That's why Tinubu, in his cabinet in Lagos when he was governor in the early 1999 all the way to 2007, it was mixture of Christian and Muslims. Then nobody ever tripped about it. But if you try to go into the north to garner votes, of course, to counter people like Atiku, who's going to claim that he's a Muslim, but he stays in Dubai, and his ancestors have been linked to Cameroon. So if you want to choose that as a person compared to APC, then you have to choose this Muslim ticket.
All right, I think we'll cut you there, because that just we may not be able to prove that what you have just said is correct about the origin of the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. But anyway, let's just quickly clear this air concerning the allegation leveled against your party for parading fake bishops and fake cleric during the unveiling of your vice presidential candidate. What's your reaction to these allegations?
Well, it's all laughable. Why is it laughable? Because anything we do under the name of Tinubu, there's always some stories to tell. They said he was sick, he was urinating in his body, yet he beat formidable candidates during the primary. He beat even the sitting vice president, which was some of his proteges. He beat the Senate president, he beat governors, he beat senators, he beat ministers. Yet they said he's unhealthy. See, Tinubu is a divine gift by God to all. He's not after money, he's not after, he really has the pains and passion to come and change Nigeria. So the issue of bringing bishops, he doesn't have to prove anything. He has picked Muslims. Don't you think that he knows that there's going to be a consequence? But the consequence is far clearer than the benefit. There is clearer than the disadvantage. We want to win this election, and in order to win election, we have to carry along the Muslims of the north. Tinubu is like apolitical, a-religious, because his Christianity or Islam in him does not prevail. People don't look at him and say, oh, that's a Muslim guy going. He's even supposed to be an Alhaji. Have you ever seen Alhaji in his name? His name is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that's what everybody doing in his cabinet in Lagos up till today. They carry along even non-indigenous of Lagos. Lagos is not, contrary to what people say, is nobody's land. It's somebody's land. It's Yoruba land. But Yoruba, they are very liberal, led by Tinubu's administration. They carry everybody along. It came through Fashola also. It came through Ambode. Now we're talking about Sanwo-Olu. That tradition is maintained. Do you know that in Ajeromi area in Lagos, in Ajegunle area, we have an Urubo man who is a commissioner? Do you know that we have also another Urubo man who is in the Federal House of Rep in Lagos? Do we have Yoruba here? Have you ever had a Yoruba in Imo State or Anambra, so-called obedient state? Have you ever heard anybody, any non-indigenous, even somebody from Anioma, they always claim that it's not true Igbo. But Tinubu and the Yorubas, they carry everybody along. They welcome us. So the issue of bishops and reverend, we should not emphasize on it. And it is not true that all of a sudden within 2 days they went to Ghana, a bunch of dogs and put cassock and robe. Actually the Khan should not be talking about it. They have no evidence yet to prove all these allegations. And they allow social media to run. Social media, this is the real media. We are in the real media right now. Not social media. Anybody can sit down in their house, type some few documents and say, yeah, this is social media. This is news. And we believe that. If I don't see something on Rainbow Television, TVC, channels, and Vanguard, newspaper, and major news, I don't believe it. Social media is anybody can make that up. So somebody just videotape some bishops coming to the building, they see all of them. Wouldn't they gather one place and pray to their Lord and say, we are trying to show support? Don't they have the right to support? They are citizens of Nigeria before bishops. They were Nigerians before they became a bishop. Every Nigerian has the right to support any candidate of their choice. Why are these people emphasizing more on Tinubu and Shetima's images? Promote your own candidate. Tell us about Obi, tell us about Atiku. What is he going to do? At least we all know what Tinubu have done in Lagos. He has set a precedent nationwide. Lagos was not like this before. I stayed in Lagos before I went to America. I came back from America. I stayed in Lagos and settled back in my own state, Delta State here. So I know the difference.
All right, now let's look at another area that Nigerians are skeptical about. Is the area of the health of your presidential candidate. A lot of Nigeria, not a lot anyway, some Nigerians are afraid, said we don't want a sick president this time around, because they believe that the ill health of President Muhammadu Buhari in the first term of his administration affected his performance to some extent, and so they don't want a repeat of that, and so they are afraid of the air. But I know that you have been with Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a very long time, because you contested for the senatorial, you were a senatorial candidate in 2003 under Alliance for Democracy then.
Correct.
And so I knew that you have been with him. So what is his state of health? Can he run a complex country like Nigeria with the current state of health?
Thank you very much. That question is very accurate. But to allay your fears, only God gives health. Tinubu is in perfect state of health. He's a small-looking guy with big brain. The brain box here is unimaginable. If he can turn a state that was earning about 60 million monthly into a state that earns about 40-something billion per month in IGR, internally generated revenue, you got to give kudos to that state. That's what you measure leadership by. It's not by whether he's on a wheelchair. The President Franklin Delano Roosevelt of the United States during the Second World War in the 40s was on wheelchair for three consecutive terms. He ruled, the only president that ruled America 3 terms, because their conscience is 2 terms of office, but they allow him to rule because it was during the Second World War. Hitler was a threat, and this man was on wheelchair, and he ruled America effectively and ended the war with victory against Hitler. Hitler was going to destroy the world. So these are facts. Tinubu, I know him. Do you know that I'm older than Tinubu in age? I'm 73 years old, confidently, and I can tell you, I can even battle. So don't underestimate him. He has shown beyond reasonable doubt that he has the energy to fulfill the task. Throughout the time he came back from knee surgery, they said he went for health surgery. Now, the same nemesis have created and for Osibajo. He's on knee surgery too. He's in, as we're speaking right now, he's abroad on surgery. So anybody can go to hospital anytime you come back. Buhari is still in power. Yeah, he was sick. So don't medium-aged people sick or little babies sick. Anybody can be sick. Tinubu is in very good health. I know him. That age that he claimed is his age. You need to know how he looked like in 2007 when he completed his 2 tenure as governor. So the issue of his health, he walked throughout Mecca during this their pilgrimage on foot with other people. He didn't collapse. When there's a rally, he's in the midst of crowd. Even the suffocation of crowd, if you are not in good health, you will collapse. He has never collapsed. He went, after the primary, he went to visit all the aspirants one by one. The very next day started consultation, thanking all of them and embracing them. That's the kind of leadership we want in Nigeria. All hands should be on deck. We need to promote Tinubu and let him become president, because it's not after money, it's not after glories. He wants to change Nigeria. He has pains for Nigeria. He knows he has had an ambition for a long time. What's wrong with having an ambition? As long as you go about it the wrong way, the right way. He's going about through the democratic process. He said, let us have a primary. You saw all the people stepping down, you saw the people who stayed in the race, and you saw their vote. All their vote combined was not even up to half of his own vote. And you tell me he's sick. The people say, okay, if it's only one arm, let him rule us with one arm. Let the majority decide.
Performance of President Muhammadu Buhari. A lot of Nigerians are of the opinion that the country's economy is in bad shape. Insecurity is worse than he met it, and a lot of things. Don't you think that his performance may affect the chances of your party in the general election?
Oh, that's unfortunate to even measure other people's mistakes by the whole realms of membership of that party. When PDP made a mistake during Obasanjo, was it blame on Yaradua? Yaradua was even a sick man, yet he ruled. So how can you now blame Buhari's mistake, which I don't really think he made much mistake? Most of this something was inherited. The Chibok girls, when it happened during our own brother Jonathan, Goodluck Jonathan's time, people were saying that nothing like that happened. But up till today, we've not been able to recover some of the kids. Even Buhari recovered over 160 of those kids. Yes, it's not easy. There's an inside source of Western powers trying to destabilize Nigeria, and they want to make sure that it happens with a Muslim ruler so that it will look. Yes, the economy is bad. Part of this economy is lack of planning. Before 8 years of the Buhari's ruling, this is the 7th year going towards the 8th year. Now, we inherited a booming economy with income coming in, but the money was shared. You saw that central bank was like a ATM machine during Jonathan's regime. They were sharing money, carry money in jet planes. The Minister of State for Defense, that's what do you call this guy's name again? I'll remember his name. He's in Lagosian also. Gendo or something is his name. He carried all this money and started sharing it to different politicians. Most of them still are serving their jail time or they are still on trial now. The economy was ruined. When something happens in economic factors, you don't see it right away. It emerges later on, and if it's not well handled, complex with the world economy right now. Look at us today. Even people like Joe Biden's been accused of lack of good economy. You have to remember COVID-19. It grounded the whole nation, the whole world.
Just before we go, a closing remark from you, sir, on the Muslim ticket. Finally.
Oh, very good. I mean, I'm very grateful that we had this opportunity to address our great country. Nigeria is going to be good again. Muslim ticket or Christian ticket, it makes no difference. It is the leadership. Tinubu, the Jagaban Bogu of Nigeria, is the man to reckon with. He is going to deliver.
All right, it's okay. I think we'll charge you. If you go ahead, we'll charge you for commercials. We'll allow you to go on. But that's all we can take on this segment.